Let's continue our presentations. And today we have another interesting discussion, which is about rules, regulations, and requirements. And the first part, we will see what aviation authorities are regulating. I'm using base diagram here. And the second part, we will try to answer a question, or we will see how aviation authorities are regulating. And to answer this question, first, we're going to see general structure of regulations, which is based on Federal Aviation Administration and Transport Canada rules, regulations, and requirements. And second part, we will see reliability program structure and requirements, which is based on EASA/European Aviation Authorities rules, regulations, and requirements. Now let's move to the next slide and let's see what aviation authorities are regulating and what is in the middle of regulation. And number one, definitely this is people. In our case, airmen. The next, product aeronautical equipment, which is aircraft engine parts. And next, manuals and documents. So those are major subjects, or all regulation starts from these major subjects. And before we move forward, let's answer the next simple question. What is the goal of aviation authorities regulations? And the answer is very simple. All these major subjects, these three major subjects, must be safe, airworthy, and meet all certification requirements. Next simple question, what else aviation authorities is regulating? Another simple answer, everything. I would like to emphasize everything that these three major subjects are touching, everything that these three major subjects are crossing through. And what all these major subjects are touching? Again, answer is very simple. I put it in alphabetical order, starting from 12 o'clock here. And number one, it is airport. I think it is clear. Do we need the place for takeoff? Yes. Do we need the place for landing? Yes. Then it should be safe, meet all the certification requirements, and definitely airworthiness requirements, etc. Next, we are flying through space, right? Aerospace. Next, air traffic. Design. By all means, before we send this aircraft, this product to operation, must be safe, airworthy, and meet and pass all certification requirements and tests during design/development. Same story with maintenance, navigation, by all means operation, repair shop. All these three items, safety, airworthiness, certification, should be in place. Why? Because when we repair, overhaul parts or engines and send back to the airline, the operation to install back on this aircraft, the product should be safe, product should be airworthy, product should meet all certification requirements and pass all certification tests. We cannot install non-safe product, unairworthy product. No, we cannot install. We have to apply all these three filters to this product, the part or engine, whatever. Next, schools and training centers. Do we need technicians? Yes. Do we need pilots? Yes. Do we need engineers who builds all these products? Yes. And last but not least, just put here if I forgot something, just in case, others, or if some new parts or new aircraft or some new subject comes. So we have to, by all means, we have to apply this new subject, right? Should be safe, airworthy, and meet all certification requirements. It's very simple, actually, right? Now let's move to the next slide and let's see general high-level regulation structure based on Federal Aviation Administration rules, regulations, and requirements. And I put here reference. This slide, all this information is based on Electronic Code of Federal Regulations, which is dated April 2020. For more information, please visit the FAA website. Everything starts from the Code of Laws of the United States of America. So we have more than 50 titles, and transportation is under Title 49. And under transportation, we have Codes of Federal Regulations. We have 50 titles, and aviation or aeronautics and space is under CFR 14. We also have special federal aviation regulations, but SFAR is not part of today's discussion, today's presentation. Next, we have volumes, total 5. Next, we have chapter 6. For example, just bringing here example, right? Chapter 1, it is about Federal Aviation Administration, Department of Transportation. And under chapter 1, we have parts from 1 to 199. We're going to discuss about parts a little bit later. And under volume 1, 2, 3, right, we have chapter 1, just for information. Under chapter, we have subchapter, which is alphabetical. Again, example. Under chapter 1, just for example, under chapter 1, we have a subchapter C, which is about aircraft, subchapter D, which is about airmen. Next, parts, approximately 1,300 parts. Again, example, under subchapter C, we have parts from 21 to 59, and subchapter D, we have from 60 to 68. Then we have subparts, which is numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then we have sections. Sections are based on it's combination of part plus subpart. For example, 21.3, right? 21.3. Very simple. Sections. Under sections, we have paragraphs, which is alphabetical. And under paragraph, we have subparagraphs, which is numbers or numerical. Now, I would like to bring a very interesting example here to show you how all these items are working all together, all these parts, subparts, chapters, subchapters. And I'm going to bring, for example, volume 4, chapter 2, subchapter A, part 2, 3, 4, which is about airline service quality performance reports. And under part 2, 3, 4, we have section 234.4, which is about reporting of on-time performance. Do you remember in our reliability program presentation slide, we had a slide. We had one page. OTP. This is what it's about. Plus, under section 234.4, we have paragraph A. Let's read this paragraph. Each reporting carrier, airline, shall file BTS. BTS stands for Bureau of Transportation Statistics, Form 234. On-time flight performance report with the Office of Airline Information of the Department BTS on a monthly basis. Not reading here red syntax because it's about publishing the schedule, but what is interesting here that regulator is very clear. What we have to file, what we have to report. So file BTS form, right? How? So filing this form, right? And most important, when? It says monthly basis. Now what we have, or what exactly we have to report under this form 234, under this paragraph A. And to answer this question, let's check to the subparagraphs. And under paragraph A, so I mean section 234.4, paragraph A, we have 29 subparagraphs. Not bringing here all these 29 subparagraphs. Please go to the FAA website, right? But I would like to bring to your attention some interesting points, right? So what we have to report? So paragraph 1, carrier and flight number. Do you remember in our reliability report we said ABC Airlines flight number A123? This is what it's about. Aircraft tail number. Do you remember what we said? MSN number. Aircraft MSN number. This is what it's about. Next, origin destination airport. Same story. Scheduled arrival and departure time and actual departure and arrival time. Same story. Wheels off and wheels on times. Date and day of week. Definitely we didn't spend too much time on day of week, but date was part of each table, almost each table and almost each the graph. Amount of departure delay, amount of arrival delay. Here is the requirements about cancellation. Do you remember about machine interruption ground? 4 gate returns, first gate departure time at origin airport, etc., etc., etc. Again, the structure is very clear, right? And the regulator also is very clear. In this particular case, what we have to report, all these 29, the subparagraphs are here. Right? This is copy and paste from the FAA website. Go to the this requirements, right? So what we have to report, how we have to report, file BTS form, and most important, as we said, when we have to report. It is monthly basis. It's very simple, right? Now what else? We have additional or another means of communications. Just again, for example, definitely this is first airworthiness requirements, airworthiness directives, which is mandatory. Next, advisory circulars, information for operators, FAA orders, etc., etc. As a matter of fact, FAA orders are designed, developed for FAA staff, FAA inspectors, right? But it is available for public. And I can tell you right now that this is really helpful to understand all these requirements, rules, and regulations. Okay, please visit the FAA website and all this, you can find all these FAA orders and then all these regulations and requirements. Now let's move to the next slide and let's see another aviation regulations, Canadian aviation regulations. Information here is this part is based on 2020 revision.